Hello everyone, I am so glad you're here. Today is all at the beach, so I thought I'd wear my beach do today. So I am so excited to get started. Let's go ahead and get started with our first card, Summer Fun. There's a few things that I want to show you about this card, but before we get started, I just wanted to go through the paper we used is the Blue Lagoon Jumbo Stripes. Look how cute it is. I just love the stripes and the dots for all of these beach things, and even the garden. We use card cutout 191, card cutout 645, card cutout 650, and this comes in the blue and pink, and then card cutout 653, and the flip-flops come in pink and yellow and blue and green. So the thing that I think is so fun about this card is we have taken the card cutouts, we have used the green little strap, we have used the yellow flip-flop, and then we used the card cutout 191 for the little flowers, and you can see you can have all sorts of colors. We all need more than one pair of flip-flops, so I think that's only appropriate. The other thing, if you remember when we did the little card yesterday, it was the collage, and we used the little pill. Well, on that we slit, let me just grab, oh dear, and I've got all sorts of things. Here we go. And I just slit here and here, so then the shovel can slide underneath the handle. And it just gives it more dimension, more realistic. I think it's such an easy way to add a cute twist to this card. So lots of cute things you can do. Mix and match. You can tuck your shovel in, add a little sentiment, summer fun. Lots of fun for this card. Well, let me show you a whole new twist. And the thing that I really like about this twist is we are using some of our card cutouts that we might have had already in our stash. We tried to include it in your kit so you would have everything you need. But we're going to use, I think it's called Sandy Shore. And then we have our card cutouts. Let's see, 429, 473, 472, and our blue shovel and pail, 651. This time we aren't going to cut the shovel and pail. We have a different technique we're going to use. So let me just, okay. Something that we could do is we could just go ahead and mount the cards on top, our elements on top of this card. But there is a little twist that I want to show you. And that is I am just taking and cutting a little bit of a swoosh. So you can see that's what it looks like. But now I can tuck my pail into that, and I think it just gives it more dimension and is really fun. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use my double-sided tape and mount that down. And I think it's really fun to kind of tuck that in. And I just left it with a double-sided tape because I wanted it to be flat on the surface so I can add dimension with my other elements. So I'm going to take my little shovel here. And this one I am not going to tuck in the sand. I'm just going to leave out, I should have added a little piece to the handle up here as well. And then I just loved, you know, the thing that is so fun is you could tuck anything into these pails and they will be so cute. So I'm just going to take some seashells since it's been a day at sea. A little day at the beach we've had. So fun. I love the beach. So I've added my little starfish. I'm going to add my crab. And this time I think I am going to use mounting tape just to get a little more dimension. And I'm going to tuck that in right there. I have one last little crab that I'm going to use. And I am going to tuck it down by the, down by the shovel. Just to carry that color on down through the card. But look at, isn't that just so cute? I mean, you could tuck money inside the shovel. You could do little gift cards, whatever you want. Did I say shovel? I meant pill. You could just tuck anything inside of this little pill. It is so cute and such a fun twist. And I like how different they look. If you were to compare this card and this card, I mean, you would have no idea that they were similar with the shovels and the pills. But then to finish this card off, you open it up and you say, I see it's your birthday, with a little crab holding up the sign. So I just think that is such a fun little twist on this card. Okay, the other card that we're going to do today is Love You to the Beach and Back. For this card, we have used card cutout 646, 647, and technically they're fins, but many of us call them flippers. But we have fins in, let's see, yellow and blue and pink. So you can mix and match those. And then it looks like, oh, I did 646 with the beach ball. And then our sentiments with Love You to the Beach and Back. So let me show you. This one I think is really fun. It's a fun technique. The first I'm going to show you is about ripping paper. Now if you notice, if this is the piece I want to keep, if I rip it towards me, you can see now there is not a white edge, but here there is a white edge. So it depends on which way you turn the paper. So here's not the white edge, but now I have a white edge on both. So it depends what you're looking for and what you're wanting to do, whether you want there to be a white edge or not. For what we're doing now, I didn't want there to be a white edge. And what I'm doing is just creating some layers of sand. I've already taped a few things together here, so I have just little pieces, and I use a card size. That way I know everything is the right. And you can see I just layered them on top of each other and hooked them together. And there's the card width, and I've just staggered them so you can see there's different levels. And I used a little bit of the antique linen, and I just went along the edges to kind of give a little more definition there so you could see the different layers of sand. And then we are going to use the under the sea paper. I think it is such a fun look, and I'm just going to now hook this in place, and I already have taped it. And because I used the card size, it should just fit pretty nicely. If you have any little overhanging pieces, I can see I need just a little more tape over there. If you have any edges that hang over, it's very easy to just come with your scissors and trim that little bit of pieces, that little bit of extra off. Now what we're going to do, we have our little fins, some yellow fins, we have blue flip-flops, and I'm going to do the flip-flops just like we talked about before, where I'm going to hook the middle piece down first. Make sure you don't go all the way to the top because you want your toes to fit in, and you press there. And then use something, this is a little smaller, so I'm just going to use my little X-Acto knife, and I'm just raising it up. I'd already added glue dots to those. So this time I am using the same color. That's too high. That will hurt our toes for sure. So I've added glue dots to the 3 different ends there. So I'm just going to push the middle one down. Remember, use something to just give it a little bit of a lift there, then hold it down. And that way it just adds a little more dimension. And then I have the little blue flowers that I've already added mounting tape to. So you can see we have a cute pair of flip-flops, a cute set of fins. We have our little beach ball, or our big beach ball, and our little sentiment. Oh, I forgot to show you. On this card, we had a little oh snap sentiment that was attached to it. So then when you open it, it says, I see it's your birthday. So I just love the little oh snap. So sorry for the interruption there. Anyway, so I am going to take my flip-flops and I'm going to tuck them in. And remember, there is a right and a left foot to your flip-flops, so make sure you get those in correctly. And I am just going to use my double-sided tape for my flip-flop. But I'm not going to press it down yet because I'm going to make sure my fins fit in good first. Now I'm just adding a little bit of mounting tape to my other flip-flop so I get that dimension that we want. The bottom fin, I am going to just go ahead and use the double-sided tape, and then I'll use mounting tape again for this other flip-flop. And I'm just going to tuck that in a very low level of the sand. So you can see that's behind our third row. And then this one, maybe I'll tuck in just on the first row there. I'm going to go ahead and, I could tuck my flip-flop in clear up there, or I can go ahead and just bring it down a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead and bring it down. Oh, except I just took that on, and my beach ball has got to slide in here. And I'm like, oh, I didn't put any adhesive on the beach ball. It's not going to stay. So I'll come back, tuck my beach ball way down there. Now I'm going to put my flip-flop on. And then we can simply add our little sentiment. And this one I do think I'm going to go ahead and add mounting tape to it. And I could either tuck it behind the beach ball a little bit, I could place it over here, I could put it down here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put it up here. If I put it down here, you see all the cute, you miss all the cute sand layers. So I'm going to go ahead and just tuck it up here. I think that turned out so cute. Maybe this one is a little too low there. But look how cute. Hello, summer. I hope you're enjoying camp. It has been so fun to be here. Remember, stay tuned. We have a little treat for you following. Happy camping. Hello, everybody. By now, you should have watched all 3 classes for week 1. And now we have a real treat for you, literally. So in your box, if you ordered the 3-week bundle, you got a little surprise, a little treat just for you. And now you're free to open it. And you will see we gave you some Nutter Butters since it's all about being at the beach. Anyway, I just thought I would show you a little bit. I saw these on Pinterest, and you can certainly search for them on there. There's many different kinds, and after I tried it once, I might try some other kinds. And I do realize that I really like all the different colors, even though I always like pink. There were some cute bright colored ones, and I would try those. So let me just show you what I did. We have the Nutter Butters, and then I just bought this frosting. You know, I told you I do everything better with paper. Whoa, look what I just did. I didn't know I didn't have the lid on it. Anyway, when I first opened it and started squeezing out, it was really, there was a liquid that came out. So I closed it back up and I squished it around, and there was still liquid that came out. So I just squirted all of that out onto a plate, and then it finally ran into the thick stuff. So I bought 2 colors, pink and white. And you can see I had a few challenges. It was not as easy as it looked. Well, I'm not a cake decorator either, so you will probably have better luck than I did. And then I just used these little sprinkles and took the little white, the little yellow centers out, put it in the middle of the flowers. So what I did is I just started here, and it was a little thicker, and then I went to the top, stopped, and I kind of tried to make it the shape of a flip-flop. So just kind of a little rounded. Then I just did some little, trying to do petals, but just little, I'd start out here, come to the middle, but there really wasn't as much control as I'd hoped with those little frosting bags. It said it came with a star and a point, fine line, I don't know what they call it. Anyway, it was trickier than I thought it would be, but it was still fun, and I think you can have fun do it. If nothing else, just eat the Nutter Butters the way they are. So I hope you've enjoyed this week. We thought it's been great fun. Can't wait to see you next time. Happy camping!